around.
Man, no. Why'd you tasing me?
Car. Watch that car, man.
Tasing me for? Why did you tasing me for?
You're not complying, bro.
I'm not complying.
185.
Why did you tasing me for?
Hold that.
Yeah, I got. We found the truck. It's going to be 97 Golf Bravo Charlie Yankee. We'll be on Walnut, just west of Havana. It's actually parked, and we are 1015 with a taser.
You don't listen. You don't listen.
Why'd you run, big dog?
What are you fleeing for? You got a bad license?
Why, Flynn? Who the
You fled, dude. You. We saw you. You passed us in Albany like a madman, and then with no lights, and then we tried to stop you, and you took off. We saw you.
I didn't know y'all was the police. I'm
We
sorry.
turned our lights on, bro.
I didn't know y'all was the police.
And then no. You said your homie said go when we got out of the car. Did he not? Your friend that was sitting in the front seat with you.
Said go.
Go. Yes, we heard it.
I ain't hear nothing.
Hey, it's all right, big dog.
You tased me that damn taser for what reason though? Yeah.
You are not complying, brother. You fled. I don't know if you got a gun on you or you're not complying. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know you. And you farted. It stinks, dude.
This is yet another example of cops being over-aggressive with members of the public.
Is your for real? I heard you. Though. That's gross.
You tased me with a taser. And I got a bad heart. So what
Hey, it be like that sometimes, big dog. You know what I mean? When you don't listen, you're lucky I didn't beat you up. Actually, that was usually my first thing to go to. But
beat you up.
yeah, bro, listen, you couldn't hang with me, dude.
I don't want to hang with you. That's bad. You try beating somebody up. What for what?
When you resist, you get messed up.
Resisting though?
Dummy. When I tell you to do something and you don't do it, that's resisting.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
On body cam, this cop flexes his muscles in ways no member of law enforcement should, basically saying that he could beat the ever-living you-know-what out of the person who's already on the ground. Incredibly, in a surprising twist, that officer would be terminated by the department following an internal investigation. Incredible. Deputy Chief Eric DeFelice, seen here, went over the decision for the public. He'd state, investigators who reviewed the incident determined that Officer Maxhuni didn't reassess the situation or give the suspect adequate time to comply before using his taser, and that de-escalation tactics should have been used. That was published by AtlantaBlackStar.com. Tampa.gov would also weigh in. The suspect stopped when he saw Officer Maxhuni exit his vehicle and put his hands up. Maxhuni instructed the suspect to turn around while simultaneously activating his ECD, or electronic control device. That's what you heard fire up and sound like it was getting charged up. Officer Maxhuni did not reassess or provide the suspect with the time to comply before he deployed his agency-issued taser. They'd also write, and this is important, in a separate investigation that occurred about 4 years ago, Maxhuni was disciplined for sustained violations of courtesy to the public and standard of conduct related to a buy-bust operation that occurred on June 23rd of that year. They also list the direct location. He had been a member of the TPD since 2013. This is not some newbie here. More from Atlanta Black Star on the arrest. The department said at the time that Maxhuni violated the department's standards of conduct and its courtesy to the public rules that dictate how officers should interact with citizens. It was very similar behavior when he made the disparaging comments, unprovoked by the way, to members of the community, Chief DeFelice would say. We do not condone that kind of behavior. And here again, 4 years later, we have that same behavior that's establishing a pattern. What really gets to me about this story is the fact that the police department in Tampa Bay actually took action against one of their own. This should be applauded because in years covering this stuff, mainly police brutality, this is a rarity. It truly, truly is. But as we have seen, even if an officer were to get canned by any department, it will be a matter of time, usually a short window, when this officer is going to be picked up by another department within the state. We have seen it too many times. Maybe the most famous case was one of the officers involved in the Breonna Taylor shooting, who had a history already, and they got picked up by the Louisville Metropolitan Police Department after serving in Lexington and a few other precincts. And then that happened. So is there really this learning curve? Is there introspection? Is there self-reflection on where they went wrong? 9 times out of 10, I'd actually say 999,000 times out of a million, it's no. There is not. But as it pertains to this video and this case, this is a net positive. You do not want to see people like this roaming the streets, policing, patrolling, and really just showing their force, being a bully. KRS-One said it at one point, and we featured this if you want to check it out on demand, that the NYPD is a full-on gang. We've also seen too many stories come out of that department that would basically say, yeah, he's right. Same with the Los Angeles Police Department. We've covered that as well. Check that out on demand. They have literal gangs within their units. Same with the LA Sheriff's Office, gangs within their units. This is what a lack of oversight does. This is when the community has no say and the police budgets are just bloated to the nth degree. We need this as communities in order to protect ourselves, in order to protect the electorate, in order to protect the vulnerable and the most vulnerable within society. This man was complying from what we saw on police body cam. And this one officer really wanted to show who the boss was in this situation, who had all the power in this situation. It is a gross overstep and something that should never happen, ever. If someone's arms are up, they're not, a lot of cops will say, don't reach in your pockets. He didn't. His arms were up. He was complying, and he was still taken advantage of. And he was tased. He was hurt. And for what? So this guy could say, I could beat your blank, right? Terrible. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTSports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to TYT.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.